The cute with some nose freckles.
That face of hers. I keep looking at her when we were looking at some of the videos. She looked extra glowy at the game, I thought.
She sweats really nicely.
She does. She looks great.
Okay, hi everybody. How's it going?
Everyone. So this is kind of a continuation, because we're still talking about the game, of the video we put out yesterday. Because we put out the video yesterday. We're just filming these videos back to back. But there was a couple of non-game related moments that we kind of wanted to talk about. Because, a moment happened. We have to report on these moments when they happen. Especially,
we're moment queens.
Yeah,
what can we say?
And it's very, the kind of the videos we had put out last week about Kristen's interactions with others too. The Don't Touch Me videos that we've been putting out. I don't know how to put it. I hope everyone enjoyed watching the game last Friday. It was an iconic game.
Christy, you know who you are.
You know
what you did.
You know exactly. And it was a great game. There wasn't a lot of Tobin and Christen moments in the game. They were playing right next to each other, but, Tobin didn't score, Christen didn't score. Even when Rose scored, I don't think there was any, sometimes they'll huddle together. There wasn't a lot of moments for them together. But there was a lot of individual moments that they had. So, Tobin, when they do the camera work, Tobin gets a lot of close-ups, Christen gets a lot of close-ups. I think the forwards always, I didn't think I saw one Becky close-up, or, you know what I mean?
It's hurtful. I want more Becky close-ups.
Yeah, there was they always put close-ups of the forwards. You know what I mean?
They get all the glory.
They do. They get all the chicks. So,
they get all the ducks, too.
The ducks. So, they had a lot of close-ups. They played great. Christen played great. Tobin played great. So, we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about a Tobin Christen moment. We're going to talk about a
Jackie moment.
So, okay, we'll talk about the Jackie Tobin moment.
Tacky, if you will.
So, I thought one of the interesting storylines of the game was that Tobin and Christen were going to play Netherlands. Jackie Groenen, who is on the Netherlands squad, they also play on All Man United together. They all play on Man United together. And, I think it's always kind of fun, when you play with someone that you play with every day at your club team.
Yeah, and you play against them.
Because you know them so well at this point,
Right.
And so it's always fun to play. So in the past, we had seen Jackie. Jackie really seems to get along with Christen and Tobin. It seems like an extra special bond with those three. I don't exactly know if they've known each other previously or they just clicked when they joined Man United, but they really seem to get along.
Are they going to adopt her?
That's what they were saying. She's the new Mel Pugh. Yeah.
I stole it from the internet.
So they really get along. There's been pictures we've posted of Christen hugging Jackie and Tobin.
Is she a lot younger than them?
That's a good question. I think she might be. like 24. I think she's younger than them. I think that's a good point.
Okay.
So it seems like they really get along. If you guys remember the game against Arsenal 3 or 4 games ago where they played, Jackie got hurt and Tobin and Christen were the very first people to go over to Jackie, and as we call it, or as the internet was calling it, they were putting their healing hands on Jackie to make her feel better, to cure her. And it worked. She got up. So they put the healing hands on her. And that sounds like a joke almost, but it really was, I think, what they were doing to make her feel better.
Put your healing hands on me.
Anything?
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's like
come back to life. You don't need paddles.
I don't.
What do I do with 2 microphones? What do I do with 2 microphones?
Can you leave some of that in?
Sure. I left some of the singing in from Sara because I had to find a picture. Okay, so Tobin and Jackie after the match, there was a moment where in the match, Jackie went down hard. She lost the wind, the breath taken out of her.
The wind got knocked out of her?
The wind got knocked out of her.
I remember that moment.
And she went down, and I don't think Tobin went over. You can't go over there if it's the opposite team.
They didn't do healing hands?
No, you can't. It's the other team. You can't.
Why not? They healing hands. Come on.
That's true.
Get some of them. Can't. Okay, this would be an iconic moment. They steal the magic spray from the doctor person who comes in.
The
medical. Okay, the medic. They steal some of that spray and they do healing hands, but they give her a spray and she's healed.
She's healed.
Is that a movie?
That's another movie, part 2. That's like Sharknado, actually, though. I'm sure Tobin and Christen were worried because, but I remember that moment. But then at the end of the game, USA won, Netherlands lost. There was a moment at the very end of the game where Jackie and Tobin hugged. So we're going to watch that moment. Then we're going to kind of look at a couple pictures, okay? Here we go. There we go. Look at that.
Cute.
Look at that. And the rub. She does
She's
the rub.
the top, and then she's the bottom.
Yeah, underneath. Oh, that was a cute. Tell me about that hug. What did you think? That was such a genuine hug.
Sorry, we hug. I'm always on top, and you're always on bottom.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so look at this. That's just such a nice. That's such
a sweet hug.
That's so sweet. Sarah hates that word. Okay, so let's look at some of the pictures of kind of before that hug. Look at that picture right there.
I love that picture.
Look at how genuine.
Right there.
Yeah, look how genuine Tobin looks at her. Like, I don't see Tobin looking at
squeezies.
Yeah. I don't see Tobin looking at that way. A lot of people like that way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's a great picture.
She'd look at me like that.
I mean, look at that picture right there. Look at that look. I mean, they just so get along.
Let's recreate that.
Okay.
You're Tobin. I'll be her.
Jackie.
Okay.
Oh
We are actresses.
And then look at that kind of smile. That is such a
that's what you would call a genuine, genuine smile.
Genuine, sincere. I love that smile.
Kind of an evil smile, but
and then look at that picture again. I love it. So they had. I mean, that was a special moment. Tobin really seems to get on with her, have a special respect for her, like her as a player. You know what I mean? So it's great to see. And I mean, I'm sure they've built a lifelong friendship just by playing. Okay. Totes. So what do you guys think of that moment? The other moment we're going to talk about is this. This is kind of a good moment at this point in time because we had the videos of that last week of the trainer or whoever he was, the coach touching Christen, and Christen said no.
That guy.
Don't touch me. And we had a lot of good comments, and everyone was pretty much in agreement. That man was inappropriate, and it was bad decision making on his part. And Christen doesn't even know him, and don't touch me. Then we also showed a video last week of the moment where Christen wasn't even having it with Tobin. She was just like, nope, I'm not feeling you putting your hand on my shoulder. I don't want it right now. And she made it clear.
Ooh, people should make a compilation. Christen being over people for 5 minutes.
I love that. It gives me confidence to do it. Okay. So the newest moment we have now is a moment. It happened in the game. I'm not exactly sure what part of the game it was. But here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to do the wide shot, then we'll do the close-up shot. So here's the wide shot. Go in there. Look at arms over her. Look at that.
Is that arm around the shoulder or around the neck?
It looked like a shoulder neck situation. And it's still there. Oh, and it's right there during the game. Oh, another tap.
Another love pat.
Yeah, look at that. That was a long touching.
That's a moment, guys.
Yeah. And then they go like that.
That's a slow-mo.
It really was.
Slow-mo momo.
It really was. Okay, and then let's do the close-up.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, her arm's right there.
And then Christen gives her a pat.
Yeah.
Okay, cute.
Yeah.
Oh, she almost did like a, all right, that's enough. Kind of like a,
yeah, okay,
let's watch
that
it again. Let's watch that again.
Let's see. Oh, I see that, yeah.
See? Just the way she moves around.
But
honestly, she's me. Like, don't touch me. No.
That was a moment.
Touch me, but don't touch me.
It was nice to see Tobin, and that they had a moment. I mean, obviously those moments are more significant with Christen and Tobin because they really don't, they're always careful what they do, what they don't do. Sometimes they don't care, and sometimes they're extra careful.
Yeah.
Like the moment at the Man United game where Tobin really didn't hug anyone. Obviously, we know at that moment she didn't really hug anyone at the Man United game because they were still down by 1, so you can't make a big deal about it if you're down by 1. So that moment now, I just love that moment because it just looks like
a wonderful
It just looks like they're in the moment. They're literally in the moment. It's almost surreal that they're playing for the U.S. Women's National Team again, 9 months later. And then Sammy makes an appearance in that shot. So that was sweet. I like that. I like those moments. Like I said, they were careful what they do, what they don't.
Beautiful moment.
But somebody was saying that the way Tobin looked at Jackie was almost like the way she should be looking at Christen.
Oh, snap.
But nothing. I mean, I don't want to insinuate anything because they're completely friends.
Christen's coming for her.
What did you guys think about that moment? What were your thoughts on it?
It was a cute moment. I just love seeing all those moments. And not even just with Christen and Tobin. I love seeing all those moments with all of the players. I love when they're just, you know, being teammates, being friends, lovers, whatever they may be.
Okay, so love that moment. It was great. Happy they won. Okay,
Love
so
that movie.
love that moment. So we're gonna transition a little bit for a 10-second story. So we talked about yesterday, Christy Mewis's big goal. I mean, shook the nation, shook the soccer. It literally shook the soccer world. I really think so. Everyone was so hyped up. Everyone was rooting for her. Everyone was shook when it happened.
It
So
was iconic.
So there's this account on Instagram. It's called Beast Mode Soccer, and they're always on. David Copeland Smith. He's like a big guy in soccer. I don't know if he was a former player. I don't exactly know his significance other than being a big Instagram account. He posted Christy's goal on Friday when it happened, and then he wrote the caption. It was written in at Christy Mewis. Like it was written in stars. Like it was written meant to be in the stars.
She wrote her own stars that day.
She did.
She rewrote the stars.
So, you know, we keep having that discussion. We're pretty sure Dewis is over. You know, Rachel's in England. Christy, they don't interact on social media. There doesn't seem to be a lot of interaction. We don't know exactly what happened. They might just be on a break because Rachel is going back to Houston 100%. I think 100%. Nothing's 100%. Rachel is going back to Houston at some point.
Okay.
So we know they might be on a break. But
don't dig too deep into this.
I dig. That's what we do. But I will say, Beast Mode Soccer wrote that about Christy, and then guess who liked it?
Rachel.
Rachel liked it. So what does that mean? Do you think Rachel was shook by it?
Lesbians usually don't have messy breakups unless they do.
Unless they do, yeah.
So they're usually friends.
So friends, yeah.
Yes.
So she liked it.
Know. Let me know. Let me know crazy ex stories.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Especially in soccer world. What?
Do you have any crazy exes?
No.
No.
So yeah,
I am the crazy ex.
That'd be funny. So I thought that was interesting. She liked that post because
I mean, she was happy for her. Everybody's happy for her.
Yeah, I literally saw not
an
one person
iconic
not
moment.
happy for Christy at that moment. Like maybe I saw one or two people that go, oh.
Nobody put a curse on her or anything.
Yeah. But, you know, could this maybe show Rachel? Do you think this is the moment where Rachel saw Christy and said, I have to win her back?
You know how people work?
And I work like, I see like fake.
So
like,
if I do something like that,
I'd have to win you back.
it would, you'd be like, oh, okay, let's say we broke up or something, and I do something like that, whatever, making up a goal, and you're like, I've got to win her back.
Yes. That's why I work. I have to get that because it's so.
So I'm just going to impress you and dazzle you all the time.
Yeah, no.
So you will never leave.
I think some people talked about like how when their partner does something that's magical, like I always hear about that like in movie stars, you know, somebody's together, then they do something magical in the movies and they're just like, come back to me. Okay. Questions, comments down below. What did you guys think? Thanks for watching. Cute moment from Jackie and Tobin. Amazing moment with Tobin and Christen. And is something happening between Dewis again? You know, I hope that I have from the very first
Nervous
time
laughter over here.
from the very first time I ever reacted to the ship, I said the ship is golden. I mean,
This ship is on
fire.
fire.
But from the very first time I saw, and I know that nothing is over until it's over. You know what I mean?
It ain't over till
So say
someone
Dewis
sings.
is over. Do you guys think there's a way? Do you think there's a possibility they'll get back together? I hope they do. I really hope they do. Do you? I really hope they do.
You're like, I really hope they do. Like almost
I'm a
laugh,
creepy.
crying, creepy, like
I'm a
stalker
creep.
girl.
I gotta
You
go.
are a creep.
You
are a creep.
What do you guys think?